All right. Hey, everybody. How you guys doing? I wanted to show you today a football draft where everybody's getting the talking heads. Everybody can tell you, where you should pick, all that kind of stuff, and they just inundate you with information. But what I want to do, especially for you that are kind of new to this, I'm going to do a draft and I'm going to talk about the strategy of your draft because there's a few things you can do. Okay. So for this year, I'm drafting right here. I'm number 7. Okay. So picking here, first two picks going to be the two stud running backs are going to go, right? Then the two stud receivers. And now it's kind of open to some, is it going to be a running back, a receiver? Not a lot of consensus on who should come next. Okay. When you're picking in a place like 7, you need to think strategically about how can I flip the script? Or you're picking ninth, how can I flip the script to screw up all the people up front? Okay. So I'm going to turn you on to my strategy for this year, which is the Josh Allen. Okay. Simply put, Josh Allen, for what, 5, 6, 7 years now in a row, he's never been worse than the number 2 fantasy quarterback in points. Okay. He's a cheat code. How much are you willing to risk to get that cheat code? So my strategy this year, if I'm picking 1, 2, 3, and 4, I've got to take those studs, and I'm going to wait and pray that Josh Allen makes it back around the second time on the snake, and then I'll pick him at that point. Okay, 5 and 6, it's a tough call. I'm honestly really leaning toward first round, take Josh Allen. So, and since in this demonstration, what was I picking? 7th, I think. I'm going to definitely do that. Now, I like to watch it from the board. I like to see the picks as they come through. Okay. Now, if you're not picking in it where I'm at, say, right, you need a strategy. Like you're picking 1 and 2, you got to go with Gibbs or Robinson right off the bat. If you don't, it's a risk. It might be a chase year. You never know. Okay. Might be McCaffrey's year. You never know. These guys are studs. These guys, Gibbs is now the solo back. He was already a stud. Robinson, oh, draft starting. Okay, cool. And Robinson, for no matter how bad their quarterbacking is, they're still going to run the ball with him. Okay. All right. So like I say, I like to watch from the board angle. And it was Gibbs and Robinson, like it should be. Then you're going to have your next couple of picks. Going to be now see somebody jumped early with a James Cook. I think the running backs you're going to see this year really fly off the board early. There's a premium on them. Everybody realizes once you get past the top 15 or 16, you're really going into 60-40 split backfield for usage. Okay. Now I have a strategy for that, and I'll show that to you. It's a really great strategy if you're picking 1, 2, or 9, 10. But I'll show you about round 7 or 8. We'll get into it. I'll show you at that point. All right. So now seeing running back, running back, running back. We got Jamar. We still have Puka. He's sitting here. Now it's my turn. So what am I going to do? All right. I could go McCaffrey. I think he's going to have a great year. Any of these guys, they're all studs. Barkley could be great coming back. I want to because I'm in this position here where, and I got to find, there's my positions. I am going to flip the script. I'm going to take Josh Allen right up front. Okay. And what you're going to see later on as I show you, as we keep looking at the board. So these are the guys that I just passed on, right? McCaffrey, St. Brown. Okay. Are any of them going to be the 1 or 2 for their position? Maybe. I took the guy that's going to be. Okay. All right. So now, though, I need to get normal. I need to get a stud running back at this point. And I'm going to take Derrick Henry. The dude freaking ran for 1,600 yards again last year. I've had him twice in championship teams. So, I'm partial that way because of that. But I don't think you can go wrong with him. Okay. So now we just have to sit and watch how the board plays out. But like I say, if you're picking 1, 2, I'd go Gibbs, Robinson. I'd probably now one you can do the double up, so you can figure out. I'd probably go running back, stud tight end if they're available. I'm not all in on the tight ends, but you could do worse. You could pick. These guys are receivers nowadays. When you're not talking about Bowers, you're talking about McBride, full on receivers. Okay. They're getting the ball thrown to them 8, 10, 12, 14 times a game. They're receivers. Okay. So you could look at that. But most everybody's kind of splitting it up. This dude's going to load up on running backs early, which is, again, there's a limited number. See, we're already into the running backs that aren't really going to, like Williams, he's only going to get maybe 60% of the carries from Corum. And I wouldn't be surprised if Corum carries him for the season down the stretch. But anyway, I like Henry here. I love Barkley. I can't believe this dude is an MVP. 2 years ago, he was ungodly. The play where he jumps up, catches the ball, he lands backwards, freaking goes over the dude. That was Barkley 2 years ago. They had an off year. Well, yeah, they were all wearing freaking rings and dancing, partying with the stewardesses. So of course they did. All right, they'll be back. They'll be badasses. With the quarterback, Hurts. He's a great pick this year. I had him a couple of years ago. I won a championship with the dude. Okay. All right. So I got Josh Allen. I got Derrick Henry. Let's go see who's out here. I often like to go on projected points, things like that. We'll leave it like it is. Neighbors does nothing for me. Smith is in a good position. Here's McBride. I'm going to jump. I already jumped on the quarterback. I'm flipping the script. I'm picking 7th. Now I got the guys going, oh man, what the hell? Right? Everybody had their Josh Allen strategy, and I just screwed him up. All right. So who do we got here? We've got a lot of great guys. They're all probably going to be good scores. Jacob Stud holds the backfield together in Green Bay. Lean in there. Olave, I think New Orleans is going to be really good this year. Waddle going to Denver, but you never know when guys change. I'm going to do the Jacobs. I'm going to load up. I'm going to go with the good running back. Okay. So let's go back to the board. All right. So here I am, right? I went Josh Allen. I got Derrick Henry. I got Trey McBride, stud on the tight end, and I got Josh Jacobs. So I got 2 bell cows. I got no receivers. I have 0 freaking receivers. This year's draft is so loaded with receivers that I think you can just load up with these guys in the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th round. I don't have to look for my quarterback, and I don't have to look for my tight end anymore, right? I'm just going to pick the best receivers, pick like 4 in a row here. Somebody's going to hit, right? So I'm going to come on back. Where's the players? Let's get over here. All right. So McLaurin, Washington, he's the stud, but I don't know. I don't know if you trust their quarterback actually playing the whole year. Burden, everybody loves him in Chicago. If you look at the points, he really, let's see, do we do points on this one? Projected, I don't see points. No, we don't do that. But anyway, nothing. I don't think he's worth, but you got to look down here. Love Montgomery. So here's when you talk about your strategy, my strategy at this point was to get a receiver, right? And there's some really good receivers. McLaurin, Odunze, Watson, Williams in Detroit. These are really good receivers. Montgomery is going to Houston, and Houston is going to give him the ball. The dude's been splitting downs with Gibbs in Denver, but they're going to let him be the dude. And I don't doubt that he'll do a really good job with it. Okay? All right, so let's go back. Let's go to our results. Let's look at our team. This is not us. What color sugar? All right, so we got the Josh Allen. Look, we got the Henry, we got the Jacobs, and Montgomery. We are loaded. We are loaded at running back. We'll pick some. There's a flyer. We'll do a flyer. I'll show you my strategy down a few picks. We're going to go wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver right now. So let's see. Let's look at our wide receivers. All right. All right, so we got the 2 guys in Chicago. Do we want a Chicago? Do we want to go Green Bay? Detroit? Can't go wrong. Davante Adams, picking way the hell down here at number 1. What about Evans? He's the one in San Francisco. That's where I'm going, okay? He's the number 1 for what could be the best offense in the NFL. Maybe it won't be, but their defense isn't real good, so they're going to get into shootouts and they'll be chucking the ball around. So I like that. All right. So who else is coming up here? All right, we're not going to pick for a little while. Williams, I had him last year, really strong, really good, catching opposite of the Sun God, so you can't go wrong there. Devontae Adams, he gets all the touchdowns. Puka could go to Puka finally, but man, Adams he's there. He's the third down guy. Get that short gain, picking every time you need the ball caught, you throw it to Adams. Puka's he's the alpha freaking drag guys down the field and all kinds of crazy shit guy. Washington, everybody's all over Jacksonville, whatever. Arizona, that could be a shit show. There's no telling with that, with what's going on with their quarterback. Again, here's another Jackson. You got Tennessee, the rookie. I don't know. I don't trust rookies. Another rookie. Don't trust him. Metcalf, if it wasn't Pittsburgh. Oh my God, right? I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go to Godwin at this point. So Godwin, Adams is gone. Evans is gone. So now it's him and Ibuka going to be splitting, and Mayfield's going to be throwing the ball. That's what he does. He freaking throws. So I'm going to take Godwin here. Okay, I like Stephon Diggs coming in, but an unknown in an unknown situation versus a known chance for, he was their star 2-3 years ago. So I'll go with him there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to look at the board. Let's just kind of look and see what's been going on. We'll kind of do a review. All right. So this guy, right, he went running back. Then he started evening out. He went with receivers. He's got his running back. He didn't match anybody up with him. He went with Jalen Hurts. I think that's a really good pick where he got him. And he got Tucker Kraft. That's another good pick. That's from Green Bay. Those are two good picks. This guy is going to be formidable. All right, where are we at? We need a receiver. Oh, we still get Williams at this point. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What if the Sun God gets hurt for a couple of games, man? Williams gets everything. Okay. All right. So we're a few picks away. Let's go back. Let's look at the board again. Picking second, right? He went Bijan. He went Octane. I don't know. Miami. I mean, they got a new quarterback, but until they do something, I'm not drafting them. Right? I just don't trust them. Okay. Travion down here. That's a good pick. I like him. Stevenson and these guys. So let's go back. Let me show you. And I probably wouldn't do it this early. In fact, I won't do it this early. Let me get a couple more receivers. Out of this group, I love Pierce. Man, he just got the money. They paid him. And because he's on the pup, nobody's drafting him. So this will probably change, but I would take him here. No doubt. No doubt. I love Addison right there. Get him Sutton. That's a great pick. Breed. That's what I was saying. Look at all these studs that are still down here. Okay. Let's go back. Let's look at our results. Where are we? Okay. All right. We took Josh Allen early. Did we pay for it? I don't know. We got some decent receivers. We got great freaking running backs. We got the number one tight end. And again, some really good. I mean, these guys could have big years. Okay. And you always have to draft for the ceiling, I think. At this point, what I want to show you is my when you're on the turn, which you can look at, and I might have ran out of time. So I want to look at, okay, so here, let's do the Mason. We'll draft Mason here, okay? And then we'll come down and we're going to take Aaron Jones Sr. on our next pick. Now, this really works good when you are picking 1, 2, or 9, 10, okay? That's really good because you're a lot more in control. I'm at 7, so I got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 6 picks in here. Aaron Jones is not. I mean, we're only. I don't know where we are on the number of. I usually do it on my phone, but anyway, he's still gonna. If he's not available, I'm gonna crap. Okay. So what I'm doing here is because I have those running backs already. So let me go back. Okay, here's our results. All right. So I've got the running backs, right? I got Henry and I got Jacobs and I got Montgomery. Okay. Really all I need is one more guy I could count on if something happens. So I come down here. I now have Minnesota's both of their running backs. I can't go wrong, right? I just sit on one of them and the other one, I got to go pick. Blinking. Again, now I would totally be back to only nothing but wide receivers. Sutton still there. So is Reed and Green Bay. Two great picks. Tough call. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna go Reed, and it was just a gut. There was no real reason. Sutton, I love Sutton. Um, for some reason, he's still sitting there because of Waddle going to Denver. Sutton has lost a lot of his luster. Yeah, he just went. Okay. All right. So where are we? Let's see. What's our result? So we have how many picks left? We got one more pick to go. We got wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver. Let's do a wide receiver because we did this with our running backs. Our running backs look great. I don't see how we would ever need other than, catastrophic injury kind of stuff. All right, so we're going to go wide receiver. Cokers could be a good pick. I don't like Carolina. This guy's been doing really good in camp. We already have Evans. We're not going to double up. Jacoby Myers, he never scores touchdowns. He catches a shitload of balls. This guy, Higgins, he got good camp review. So does Concepcion. Cleveland's offense is always shit. Houston's is sometimes good. I'm going to go Houston. Okay. That was my strategy on that one. So now I have all I have left is my kicker and my defense. And I really don't give a shit about any of them. But we'll take my kicker. And I always like Dicker, the kicker, just because case or LA, they score a lot of points. And then I will finish off with a defense. Never pick any of these before the last two rounds. It's just there's no reason. There is zero reason for you to do that. There's nothing beneficial. Don't take a second quarterback if you take a good quarterback early. If you don't take a quarterback until the very late rounds, you can still get good quarterbacks. I would double up. I would go for, a Goff, Purdy, or Purdy's going early now. A Goff, Love out of Green Bay, something like that. All right. All right. Hope this helps you guys. And so thank you for joining. I'm going to do a couple more of these from some different positions, but this was from the 7 spot. Okay. All right. Talk to you soon. Thank you.